Hi guys, it's JongLi and I'm going to do this commentary for a 2 versus 2 31k multiplayer battle for Rome Total War. I'm playing with Imperator, one of my good friends. He's from the Honor Before Glory clan. We're playing against Toiletspoons, who is actually SR, and JongLi, who is a pretty good 31k player as well. So the faction matchups are Germania and the Romans against, well, two Romans. So when you're playing against the Germania faction, you've got to be really careful of these berserkers, right? He's got everything he needs for pretty much a rush army. So this is SR's army. He's playing as Germania. He's got 3 chosen archers. He's going to be using their flaming arrows, I guess, to try and put more fear into our guys. He's got 2 spear warbands to shield his guys from cavalry, but they're not really good spearmen, so they're not going to do too much, but they will deter us from just frontal charges. He's got 6 units of these chosen axemen, 6 units of Gothic cavalry, and 3 units of berserkers. Over here we've got JongLi. He's brought looks like 14-6. 2, 4, 6. So it should be 14-6. Yeah, 14-6. I've brought 14-6 and Imperator's brought 11-6. So he's got these 3 archers here instead. And he's brought enough archers to be able to compete against these chosen archers. As you can see, he's made his formation quite dense, much more dense than what it usually is. This is to kind of block the eventual Germanic rush. And our initial plan was to rush JongLi because he has no pikes, obviously, and he doesn't have the berserkers either. But SR moves the berserkers over here, so a rush on him is now really difficult. Over here Imperator's moving some of his archers out, and he's going to start skirmishing with these chosen archers of SR. I'm just going to move up next to him here. And as you can see, we're just skirmishing at the moment. I'm telling SR to shoot these berserkers instead, because they are quite a big threat. And even killing 1 unit of berserkers is a really good value for us. So over here, SR is trying to run down one of these archer units of Imperator. Imperator pushes with this 1 unit of cav. I see this and I see his pikes running up, and I peel off 1 unit to help as well, because I see that SR is pushing with this unit and Imperator is forced to engage. Otherwise this archer unit will be caught out. So I'm bringing over 1 unit and Imperator puts in 1 unit later, I think. Over here, as you can see, JongLi is defending his berserkers with his cav and pushing forward with his infantry at the same time to match SR. And over here we've engaged SR's Gothic cav and we've won that, so that was pretty good. Here JongLi is pushing further out to the side, and at this point I see how far away the berserkers are, and I see how isolated Kyrgyz's cav is, and then I just tell Imperator to push on Germania, because Germania can't really take a full-on cav plus infantry rush with this like weak infantry. So I tell Imperator to just throw his men into Germania, and we'll try and mass rout Germania together before these berserkers and these cav can come in, and I'll try to act as a blocking force to block off these Romans and block off these berserkers, and yeah, stall enough so that we can mass rout Germania. So here he goes. Berserkers are still reasonably far off. Cav is quite far off. So he goes in for the rush. As you can see, these spear warbands aren't gonna do much in face of all these urbans. I'm moving my urbans over here, creating this line to block Pilar and block his army over here from supporting Germania. I've also brought my cav over, getting ready for a cav charge on Germania. So right now, I see a lot of Germania's infantry and some of Germania's cav is engaged. Imperator goes in for a charge. I go in for a charge. Over here, SR set his berserkers off. I've set all my guys into guard mode. Kirkus here is running, trying to get onto my flank, but it's too late. We've routed SR's general. Pretty much his whole infantry force is gone except for these 3 units here. He's got a few cav units left, but with all this mass routing going on, they're going to get routed too. We've even routed 3 of Kirkus's urban cohorts. Over here, I've done something very bad. I've actually turned my whole army just before the berserkers came in. So now my guys are going to get half routed, these dudes over here, by his berserkers and Kirkus's cav. But over here we've managed to sweep up SR, and he's got a few units that have come back from routing, but they're not too strong. And over here I'm mopping up with some of my cav. So over here Kirkus still has guys left, a lot of cav left, and they've got all 3 berserker units still alive. So I'll try and plunge my cav in, trying to get some kills. These 3 arch auxilia are still pouring in fire arrows, which is good. As you can see, more of Toiletspoons, well, SR's army has come back from routing. Some of Kirkus's army has come back from routing. So it's actually looking kind of 50-50 now. So we're doing the best we can to quickly rout Kirkus's Roman forces here. But it's proving to be quite difficult with these berserkers here in here. So over here, my cavalry is engaged with SR's cavalry. Kirkus is putting in urbans, but good thing here by Imperator is coming over with some cav. And yep, we plunge all our cav in, and together we managed to rout some of SR's units, and I managed to pull out as well. Over here, Imperator's got his infantry engaged with SR's, and Imperator is shooting fire arrows to try and quickly rout these guys more quickly. Over here, I've managed to line my guys up right behind Kirkus's units, and here goes the cav charge. Over here, I'm blocking with well, Imperator's blocking, which is a really good move, with just 1 urban unit, and he's holding up all these units of SR and Kirkus. Meanwhile here, we've managed to rout the rest of Kirkus's forces. He's only got these units left. SR's only got these chosen archers left, and they admit defeat because they see that we have all these urbans left, or Imperator has all these urbans left. I've got a bit of cav left, Imperator's got a lot of cav left, and Imperator's even still got these 3 archer auxilia left. So yeah, it's just this 1 unit of Kirkus's left. But yeah, that's how you kind of cancel out Germania's advantage. I made a pretty big blunder there by turning my army around just before the berserkers hit. If they were facing the berserkers, they wouldn't have routed so easily. But yeah, well played to SR, Kirkus, and Imperator. It was really well played on all sides. So as you can see, pretty decent kills. SR didn't get many kills because he got rushed really early on. Imperator got a ton of kills. So look at the stats. So these are Imperator's statistics. his urban cohorts got quite a bit of kills. His Praetorian cavalry did as well. His archer auxiliary were probably on fire arrows, so they were just there for the morale damage. Yeah, my cav got most of the kills because I was using my urbans as a stalling force. So you can see there it's reflected in the statistics. Alright, good game guys. See you next time.